If you are enjoying the content that I put out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and leave a comment or a like if you really enjoy it. Or even if you don't, leave one. Now, on to the podcast. All right, everybody.
Wow.
It's been
Wow, guys.
It's been crazy. It's been a lot of stuff is going on, and today's going to be an interesting podcast. I really think
We're back.
I think it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be an amazing podcast. We're
like
back.
usual.
Yeah.
Like usual.
Exactly. Great
it's
to be
gonna
here.
Good. Yeah, man.
My gosh, how are you?
I'm for the most part, every time we do this, I'm really positive.
Oh, me too.
Right?
Me too.
But lately, I've had to overwork myself on trying to fix my car.
Yeah.
So
I heard.
I've pushed my body a lot, and so I'm in extreme amounts of pain.
Yeah.
Right now, but I think being creative is helpful when you're in this mindset of like, I don't want to do anything because I'm in so much pain. But
Right.
if I do something like this, I can show people multiple sides of me. Like, I always show them like the cheerful,
Sure.
super happy
Sure.
on the podcast, but I'm human, and I've been struggling lately with a lot of my pain issues in my back, and I'm going in for an ablation that's going to help big time because of the movements in my spinal cord and all that. So I'm just, I've had my struggles, like everybody in life. We all have our struggles, and in those moments, like today, I was texting you. I texted you, and you asked me, like, do you still want to do the podcast? I'm like, yeah, because,
we have to, right?
yeah.
We have to do it for them. In fact, do we need to say who we are? No? They know who we are?
I think they know, but this guy right here is Mr. Rocks in His Arms. Natural bodies to inspire
NBTI.
with no additives,
All
no
natural.
substances,
All natural.
no chemicals.
Nope.
It's all natural. He wakes up looking like he's got bricks in his arms every day.
24/7.
He looks in the mirror and goes, ha ha.
Totally blessed.
I'm a toy soldier.
I just got done watching that movie, and I think I'm one of the Commando elites.
I think so, buddy. I really think so.
I think so. But,
I think you are.
and who are you?
Oh, man.
DPOAA?
I'm DPOAA,
Amazing.
a.k.a.
Amazing.
King D.
King D.
King D, baby.
Well, wherever you guys are
Welcome to King D.
hey, wherever you guys are at, thank you for watching us again. I love this whole area we're in.
Yeah, thank you for watching us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God bless you. God bless America. Huh?
Oh,
I'm excited to be here. Hey, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say one thing. Hey,
Yeah.
ready? You asked me a question.
Yeah.
I am fully invested into DPOAA NBTI. And I am too. And I'm going to tell you that, and you said, I'm glad you believe. And I'm like, yes, I believe in what we're doing as much as I believe in NBTI. And how much do I believe in that?
A lot. A lot.
How much do I believe in that, David?
A lot. You
know?
really do. You put a lot of effort and time, and I think a lot of people are short-sighted when it comes to this creative thing. They don't understand that. I was watching a video of this guy that talked about how if you never put out content, right?
Exactly.
You would never even know. You would be at zero still.
Right.
You'd be at zero. You would have no views, no subscribers, no nothing, right? No. If you at least try, then you know that it would actually work.
Exactly. And you know what? And you, I did not even know, guys, that we were going to do this today at all. David just says, come over. We're going to talk for a little bit, because I'm in great pain and stuff like that. I'm so sorry. In fact, I told him, I said, buddy, if I could, man, I wish you wouldn't have to work on your car. I said, if I could, I wish I could get you another car, not an expensive car,
I know,
but something to where you don't have to work on it because of his underlying conditions of what he does.
He
aggravated his back by laying down. And this is what he did. Now just quote me if I'm wrong, but I think this is what he did. A radiator. Okay, he had to get to his radiator, had to take his front bumper off.
Power steering, I had to take the whole power steering system apart.
You guys, this is for a mechanic. This ain't David to do this, but he can do this, but he aggravated his back. And that's what I'm saying is that I wish I could have, helped him monetarily wise.
But that's not.
But I'm just saying, I wish I had, the ability to do that. You guys, I can't do that. I can sit here and talk, right? And I can show you how to be healthy and fit and strong, right? And I'm an electrician too. So
but I don't ever expect anything from anybody. I'm not screaming. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't see me crying and whining and being like,
But I wish I was able to do something for you that you wouldn't have to aggravate your body.
I know that.
But he did it anyways, guys, because
I had no choice,
dude. He had no
choice
to work on his car.
I have to get to my doctor appointments. I have to.
He doesn't take a bus. He doesn't take a bus. He has his own car. And he decided, you guys, you don't know how incredible this is, okay? With his conditions, okay? You don't know. Now, with me, okay, I'm strong enough to do whatever I need to do, okay? Because I used to work on my 70 Camaro when I did street racing back in the day, right? But I was still 120, 115 pounds. It was hard to take my power steering out. Or, you know what I had to do was take my, what is it? See, I forgot. I was working on a 350 V8 engine.
That's a whole other story, buddy. Boy, I'm dealing with the 4-cylinder.
Yeah, I know.
Not 8 cylinders, dude.
What kind of car is it?
It is a 99 Ford Contour.
Ford Contour. Okay, so I had to get underneath my car on a V8 and take out, I can't remember what it was, as a motor or something. I can't remember what I had to replace, but I had to replace that thing twice. It wasn't the motor, it was something else.
Was it like the motor mount?
No. It was
alternator.
It was alternator one.
Okay.
That's over
water
top.
pump.
Water pump. Yeah, I've had to do that before. But there was,
see, I know all the names.
I know. Thank you, buddy. But I'm trying to remember what I had to replace on my Camaro. The point that I'm trying to make is that when you have underlying conditions, okay, and you don't have the necessary monetary means to pay somebody.
I'm on a fixed income.
He's on a fixed income. You have to do it yourself. And he didn't complain one bit at all, but he told me that he injured his back and now he's got to go for a translation fusion.
I have to go in. Translation transfusion? Translation transfusion? What moon rocks have you been eating, dude?
Translation fusion. What was it called? Sorry. Okay, what was it called? See, I made a laugh.
Transfusion? Oh, no, dude.
What's it called?
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Translation transfusion? I'm not getting my blood translation. Oh no!
I feel like it's swallowing my water.
Oh no!
I'm crying too.
No, it's no.
What's it called?
It's an ablation.
An ablation transfusion. Ablation. All right, so anyways, he's got to go through an ablation. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, the point is that he did what he had to do to work on his car.
Transfusions.
He had to work on his car, guys, and get it running, and he did, and he's like, God, it's amazing, it's like brand new. I'm like, Your 99 car's brand new? He's like, yeah, I did everything.
It runs perfect, dude.
And then he got a sign on his car, and we talked about that before, but you know what? The guy did what he had to do. You know what I would have done? I would have hired somebody. I don't know how. I don't know what I would have done, right? I would have begged, borrowed, and plead, but I couldn't do that. Now, what does that make me? Different from David? So what? David could do things that I can't do. I could do things that David can't do. It doesn't matter. It's that he did what he had to do. Why do you think Natural Bodies to Inspire is important? You do what you have to do to be healthy and fit, right? He had to do what he had to do to get his car running.
And it took me about a month to do.
Oh my God!
So basically, I'll go over the list real quick.
Go ahead. I got to hear this.
So I replaced my lower radiator hose that was actually molded into 4 hoses into one. So I actually had to replace 4 different lower hoses that were hooked into one connection. And I just
That's not
zipped
easy.
them up.
Yep.
Through the engine, around certain parts. I had to replace. Then I had to bleed out the system from the coolant. Then I found out that I was leaking a lot of power steering, right? And so I had to take apart the whole system, and the whole system was leaking from this tiny little Teflon gasket, dude.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, this little tiny piece of plastic
was leaking.
That was the part that was leaking, and then I put that in there, put that back together, and I found out, okay, that fixed it, right? And then I found out that, well, my my radiator cap was busted. That wasn't keeping pressure in the system, allowing air to flow into the system because the gasket was worn down on that thing. Then I had to replace the thermostat on the car, and
I've done that before.
I've had to replace a couple sensors, and I did all that. I did all of that, and it took me about a month to fix all those issues, and it would have cost me.
I was going to guess
for like
$500, $600
on one job, on one of the jobs,
right?
So I was looking at $1,200, $1,300 for all the work that I did on myself with. And here's the cool thing. My buddy, Russell.
Shout out to Russell.
He works for Coca-Cola. And he looked at me and said, David, just bring it over to my house. He's right down the street.
Wow.
Literally right down the street. He's the one that took me to that Dave Matthews concert. Paid for me to go.
That's awesome.
Like, him and his wife noticed, they're like, David, if we don't do it, who else is going to do it? Who else is gonna take you to do certain things? I have friends in my life that understand I don't have nothing.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I know.
You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about, but you do. You have blessings. You have people that love you, right? And you have people that actually believe in you, right? And they actually love you for who you are.
Yeah, but that got me emotional, dude. When I was at the concert and I was looking at him and I was looking at his wife and they were looking at me, and throughout the concert they looked at me and they were like, "Are you having fun?" And I looked at them and I went, like, this experience right now is one of the best experiences of my whole entire life.
Exactly.
And I was like looking at myself. I'm like, I'm right in front, right on, like,
I saw that. I saw the. Yeah, I saw the.
And I even got the guitar pick.
I saw that. I saw the guitar pick. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Dave Matthews guitar pick.
I know.
Dude, the photographer gave it to me.
That's awesome.
Like,
that's a blessing.
So here's the thing, dude. I've realized that, like, the struggles that I have.
Yeah.
There are people in my life that understand that I am on a fixed income.
Yep.
And, like, I'll give you an example. Chad, amazing. We've talked about him a lot.
Amazing man.
He, a couple years ago, took me down to Santa Cruz for my birthday. And now this year, he's going to pay for us to do some fun stuff on my birthday.
That's so cool.
And I realized, dude, like, I get the people that want me around, that understand my struggles and understand what I got, that understand I don't have a lot of money.
Right.
But I've realized, everybody, that people like you and Chad and the rest of my family, my dad, understand my life. And I did not choose these disabilities, buddy.
No, I know. I know that.
I didn't choose this, dude.
No, I know that. I know you didn't choose it.
I had no... Dude, do you think I wanted all these freaking struggles? So let me ask you, why did God place all of these things in me?
To make you a stronger person. Keep talking. I'm trying to find what Chad just texted me.
It's just really, sometimes it gets, okay.
To make you see that.
To make me see what? That I am going to have to struggle? Like,
No. Your struggles you can overcome by the grace of Him, right? And you can become a stronger person. And I was thinking about the tribulations that we go through when I was taking the drive down here, right? And I'm like, a lot of people say, well, if there was a God, then He wouldn't let bad things happen to good people, or He wouldn't let kids suffer. That's not God, guys. You guys got to understand.
That's
the whole idea is that He's looking for you to come to Him, okay, to overcome your tribulations, your fears, your doubts. He wants you to come to Him. So when anything that happens to you bad, you can't blame Him, right?
So what do you blame? Who do you blame? Who do you blame for all the struggles that I have to deal with? Who do you blame for all the...
Satan. You can blame Satan, right? You can blame the devil. But here's the thing. It makes you a stronger person with the tribulations and stuff like that. A gentleman just came to me and says, why am I struggling in life so bad? Why is it that I've been struggling since I was 4 years old? And I said, have you prayed about it? And he goes, no, I'm upset. I'm upset. And I don't know what to do. I don't know, what I should do. And I'm like, you need to just, and
I cry myself to sleep some nights.
Yeah, buddy, hey, we all have doubts, right? And like I said, I have doubts about, helping people with Natural Bodies to Inspire, because I'm like, why aren't people listening to me? Why don't they get it? I got it. Why aren't they not getting it? And it's not that they're not getting it, right? It's that they just don't believe. And I'm like, okay, well, I did 64 videos, David, on how to believe and how to achieve. And my 7 criteria are prayer, faith, belief, commitment, water, sleep, and nutrition. All you need to do is have that, and then you'll have the mindset to develop the body and the health that you want. And I don't care what kind of conditions.
Your foundation needs to be strong.
Yeah, your foundation needs to be strong. So
it needs to be.
And so with you, the struggles are another step to your success. So you're having little successes in life right now.
Yeah.
And you're going through the struggles that you did not let you overcome with those struggles in your life and not believe in yourself. And guess what? You're still going to have struggles and tribulations, but how are you going to handle them? Do you see what I'm saying? So the more you're with God, the more you're into the Bible, the more you understand why you're here, not to exist. Understand, everybody out there.
Oh, look at
you're not here. I know. I can't wait. But you're not here to exist. Everyone, you're not here to exist. You're here to become something better. You just don't exist.
Say that again?
You're not here just to exist. You know how you exist in the world?
Yeah.
You're here to become something better. You need to make a purpose in your life. You need to find that purpose. You're not here just to be here.
Well, we definitely did.
Exactly. How cool is that? How cool is it? Now, I'm trying to find something from Chad. I gotta read this to you.
It makes me like when we talk and whenever I'm having a rough moment, you'll call me Superman.
I do.
And you'll be really encouraging, and all the people around us in our creative world are understanding of my issues, and you care. And
yeah, I do.
And you're understanding, like you're understanding, like, hey, David, like, don't like, just take it easy, and like you're understanding. And let me tell you, that's really nice, because there are people in the creative space. If you work with the wrong people, buddy, they don't care what you're going through. They're like we need to get this out there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you're understanding, and you're like, hey, David, I get what you're going through. I understand. And you know how nice that is, like, to sit there and go, wow, somebody actually understands me, and doesn't look at me in pity.
No.
But but guess what Chad told me? Chad told me this.
I'm trying to find that Chad message. Go ahead.
Chad told me, David, don't ever cry for yourself, because I have cried for you. No, I'm serious. He has cried.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
He's like, he understands. He's like, David, I get what you're going through, and he cries for me.
That's awesome.
Because it's totally like he understands that life is not when you have struggles, dude, and you look at your life, and there are people around you that like understand them.
Yeah.
That's where it gets me emotionally, because I'm like, I sometimes feel alone.
I understand.
Because it's like, I don't want this pain, buddy.
No, I get it. I
don't want it. And I have my weak moments, dude. I have my really weak moments where I reach out to people like Chad, and Chad says, David, tomorrow's going to be a better day. I understand your mindset is really not good right now. Go to sleep. Wake up. I promise. He's like, I promise you, David. I promise. Just go to sleep.
And wake up to another day.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. In these really rough moments with my pain like it is right now, I sometimes want to pull the exit cord.
I know. I understand.
I'm being honest. No, I'm being honest.
No.
I'm being serious. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull the exit cord. And when I mean pull the exit cord, that means end my life.
I understand.
Because I'm in so much pain and I cry. And Chad looks at me and he's like, David, buddy, I love you. People love you.
Yep.
Go to sleep. And I promise you, tomorrow will be better.
Yeah. I agree.
Tomorrow will be better.
It will. It's a new day. Everything's a new day.
Just go to sleep.
Yep. The next day is a new day. But wake up. You got to wake up tomorrow.
But it's hard.
I know, buddy. Trust me, I understand. Especially with what you're going through. I can't understand the pain that you're going through, but I understand the hurt.
Oh my God, I'm crying a little bit.
It's all right. But I gotta find that.
I don't.
I gotta find this.
These struggles that I have, man, like when I talk about pulling the exit cord, dude, it's like Chad is always like, David, if you ever feel like that, I'm here, right? So I call him, and there are moments back when I first moved here to Nevada back in 2007, I had many moments where I wanted to kill myself. And there are moments where I'm really weak.
Yep, I understand.
I'm really weak and I get tired.
I understand.
I get tired of the pain. And I'm like, what if I just end it?
No.
Right?
No.
What if I just end it? Then I won't have to deal with the pain anymore.
No. And you can't say that. You can't think that.
But Chad's like, David, I promise you, he's like on the phone, he's like, I promise you, David. I promise. Just go to sleep, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to sleep. You're okay. I promise. He's like, I promise you, David, that tomorrow will be so much better. And I call him the next day and I'm like, thank you, Chad. Because it's hard to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to talk about this because, I've just been in those moments of being in that low point where, yeah, dude, I am a positive person.
Right.
But I have my freaking deep, dark moments where I'm like, I don't want to deal with this anymore.
No, I get it.
I don't want to, deal with all this pain.
I understand.
Where I move my back and my back is popping. And I feel the pain. And I don't like it. I don't. So it's like, I don't know. It just,
there we go. Let me, oh man, let me see. Where's it at?
Is it the right one?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta find it.
Are you sure it's on that video?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Scroll down.
I can't. See, he's right there. He said something, but I can't find it. How do I find the comment?
Hold on. Rod.
Right there. Just read that. Look at that.
Yeah, you're an amazing man, Rod Allen.
That's it. That's all he needed to say. So, hey, David, you're an amazing man. See what I'm saying? All Chad had to say, he didn't have to say that.
You call me Superman. That makes me like, and you're Batman with freaking the way you look right now.
Dude, you are Superman for what you're doing. But I just wanted to share that with you to show you what Chad means. Do you see what I'm saying to both of us? For him just saying that, Rod, you're an amazing man, because I was helping Phil. Now, Phil, shout out to Phil, buddy.
Shout out to Phil.
Hey, 30, 40 pounds in 4 or 5 months from diabetes.
Oh, dude.
And you know what he told me? He says, Rod, there's something special about what you do. And I'm like, what is it? He goes, you go above and beyond to help people. You talk about a diabetic's nutrition through your video. How many people talk about a diabetic nutrition?
Not many.
That is a health and body coach or a personal trainer. And I'm not knocking personal trainers, but I'm saying
you're much more than that, dude. You're way more than that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Seriously.
But thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. But I'm telling you is that you got to go above and beyond to help other people, and just saying, go pick up a weight or go join a gym. Do you see? Because that doesn't work.
No.
You need to. You
have to start out with the mind,
the mindset,
and then the body,
and then the faith in God, and then the body, and then.
Dude, my faith in God has been growing. Oh,
I know, it's awesome. I can't wait. We're gonna just go into that real quick, but I cannot wait to go into that. It's a very important. But I'm just telling you, when he says you're an amazing man, I took 15, 20 minutes to find just that. While I was listening to you, and I wasn't being rude.
Oh, I know.
But I was wanting to
you're good.
I wanted to find something to show you what he means to you and what he means to me. When he said that, I was like,
if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be
no,
here.
we wouldn't be here right now because of Chad. So shout out to Chad. We love you, buddy.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, David, what you just said,
yeah.
I've been there. And David, God bless, my body and health. I don't have the conditions you have, but I understand when all is lost, when, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to take the exit way. It's selfish, number one. Number two, can you imagine what you would do to other people once that would happen?
I know, that's
you
why.
You would destroy their lives.
That's
so it's
actually
not just,
why I haven't. That's actually why I've never done it, because
I know, me neither, but I thought about it. I've thought about it. I probably think that everybody has thought about that, right? But I'm thinking, okay, so you go and do it, and then you destroy the ones that actually love you. You actually destroy them.
It would destroy my father.
Okay, exactly. So why would you want to destroy other people that you love, but you don't think that love you? Now, let's talk about that. Why would you want to destroy people that you love, understand, but you don't think they don't love you or care about you because we don't get enough attention? We don't get enough kudos. We don't get enough, like, you're doing great in your life. You're doing this in your life. You're a wonderful person. Blah, 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 blah. See, that's the thing, is that if we're looking for attention, and trust me, I look for attention since I had my Camaro, okay, because I wanted to be...
Dude, that's a classic car.
Okay.
Nowadays.
I wanted the attention, and I still like the attention.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but don't look within. Look to God to see how you are with God. Don't look within. Look to God to see how... And guess what? He doesn't care about who you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He cares about your heart and your soul, and if you believe in him. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to give you everything that you've asked. But guess what? Seek ye first. It's in the Bible. Seek ye first, and all things will be added to you. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. How can you not do anything in your life if you have him? You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And that's what you need to live by. And it's hard to live by that. It's so hard to live by that on a daily basis. Daily. But you get to wake up every day and say, God bless. So when you wake up in the morning, I'm doing this now. I'm making a ritual, trying to do this. I thank God before I actually get out of bed. Thank you, God, for allowing me to wake up. I bless this day. I bless those that are around me. And thank you, God, for allowing me to breathe. And I give you the glory for my day. Amen. And that's what I try to do now. And you know what? It's amazing how happy you become and how fulfilled you are. And even when you have something like a person that calls you names while you're working at in your job,
man,
because you can't help them because you don't actually work for Walmart, but
I make $12,000 a month. Good for you.
And it says that I'm an effing moron because I couldn't help him.
Flexing your finances.
But he had to flex his finances and his attitude.
Dude, that...
So, guess what? When he said that, I said, yep, I love my job, and have a nice day. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Those kind of people that have to flex their finances around you or flex their muscle around you, just
guess what? Money really, at the end of the day,
just pray for them. Just pray for them.
Yeah.
Because those are the kind of people that are sad right now in their life because they have to make sure that you need to feel bad about your job or feel about you. And whether you make $1,200 a month or $12,000 a month, you're still an a-hole. If you come across,
that's so rude. That's rude.
Yeah, it is. If you come across 100%. People, and I tell everybody, don't mistake my kindness for a weakness ever. Don't ever, and don't mistake kindness for weakness from anybody. Do you understand? Because
say that one more time.
Don't mistake kindness for a weakness ever from anybody.
Why?
Because they don't have to be kind to you. It's because it's their person, And if you don't respect that, then guess what? You know what? Tough. If you don't respect a person because they're kind to you and you take advantage of that, that's on you. You know, you're more of an a-hole than you can imagine. You don't take people's kindness for a weakness whatsoever. They're here to help you in your world and your life. And if you don't respect that, guess what? You're more than an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't do that to people. You respect your kindness. Don't mistake it for a weakness.
Do you think that's something that a lot of people should maybe realize when they go into a store and they look at somebody that's a cashier or look at somebody that's stocking the shelves and they have that kind of attitude where you had a, like, that's
Well, I was selling a phone, and this guy went off on the Walmart associate how effing moron I was because I couldn't help him because I was selling a phone. And, he just wanted to get an Apple Pencil, and guess what? I did not have the time, and I sold him. I said, look, I'm premium wireless. I sell phones. And
so you're not part of Walmart at all?
No, I'm not part of Walmart. I can't, I don't work for Walmart, so I work for Premium Wireless. So I'm just like, hey, you know what? I can't help you. I'm busy. I'm selling a phone.
What if you weren't busy? Could you get him that pencil?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could go get the keys and unlock the thing. But I was busy selling a phone. But you don't mistake a kindness for a weakness, and there you go. Someone did.
We've talked about that in the past, where you're like don't. I'm a nice person, right? You're like, I'm nice, but do not. You're like,
no, don't cross me.
Do not.
No.
Don't
you don't know who the person is if you mistake their kindness for a weakness. You might think you know them, but you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but some people do, man.
I know,
some people really do.
And I think that right there is in Natural Bodies to Inspire. People mistake my kindness for a weakness, and I've said it on the videos. Don't do that, and don't mistake anybody's kindness for a weakness, because they don't have to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They can see right through you. And that's the thing, is that I want to help people that want to help themselves to a better, enriched lifestyle, health, fitness, body. You don't have to be in Natural Bodies to Inspire to do that. But guess what? It's going to be harder than heck to go out and do it yourself.
There's a movie scene.
That's the truth.
There's a movie scene that I remember. Okay, you're going to know this one. You're going to be like, yep. I know that scene where in this movie, this person walks into a store and at first they didn't have nice clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the salesperson was really rude to this person.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of movies like that, but yeah, go ahead.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Yeah,
And I'm just
I love that movie.
And how she walks into the store after she gets all dolled up, right? She gets all these and they instantly go, "Ma'am, can we help you?"
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Nope," and just looks at them and goes, "You had your chance."
Yeah, exactly.
I had money in my pocket to spend. You had your chance. And what happened? She just, boom, goes on with the rest of her life. And those people are in the store stunned. Because you should not judge a person by the clothes that they have on.
Hey, you know what? You know what Richard Gere did after that part? He went to the owner and says, and they said, oh, you're such and such. What brings you in here? And he goes, see that woman right there? We're going to be spending a obscene amount of money, and we need a lot of kiss ASS. And he goes, oh, you're such a handsome guy. No, not me, you idiot. Go kiss her. Go kiss her. Go kiss her ASS.
But isn't it funny how people judge a person by the freaking clothes that they have
or judge them by their job? Judge them by their job. He goes, you know what I heard also? He said, oh, you just sell phones.
You're up there in the nation, dude.
I'm number 6 in the nation on 900 reps, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
But guess what?
He's an a-hole.
So here's the thing. He's an a-hole. You don't ever do that. You don't mistake a person's,
I'm max 12,000. Dude, there's people that make a lot more than you, buddy.
Yeah.
So stop throwing your weight around and acting like a jerk.
I know. So here's the thing.
Gosh, man,
do you think if I make $30,000 a month, I'm going to come up and say, hey, you're beneath me?
No, because that's not in your personality.
No,
that's not how you were raised.
I'm going to try to help you.
That's not how you were raised.
I'm going to try to help you to be healthy and fit. And you know what? And you're going to find your passion on your own because I'm going to help you get there with your mindset. I'm here to encourage people like Ronnie encouraged me. God bless you, Ronnie. He encouraged me like you never believed. Guess what? I want to live that legacy.
Guess what? We're going to do that. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're on our way. We got lots of things we're doing.
Let's go into
this is awesome. This is actually going to be a series because this is just part of a huge long series I'm going to talk about. And it is basically what lies the devil wants you to believe. He's the deceiver. He's the person that kind of puts you in that, like, he poisons, and he tries to poison your mind and poison your heart. And so what does he do? He basically, his mission, the devil's mission, is to get believers to have a wrong belief system about the devil, God, and life.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
He wants to confuse you, and he'll do it in the church. He'll do it with families. He'll do it in the church. He'll do it with families. He'll do it with certain people. And, because he wants to not believe in God and Jesus Christ, because he'll deceive you in so many ways that you can never imagine. He can do that in TV. He can do that in Hollywood. He can do it in movies. You just have to be strong in Christ to understand that he can deceive you anywhere, anytime, with anyone. Why do you think it's a blessing that I didn't go to Hollywood? Because I am an actor. Oh, real quick. I'll be doing my rest of my scenes in my cowboy movie next weekend. Yep. I'll be doing we're gonna do an extra, we're gonna redo scenes in the movie, my cowboy movie, and I can't wait to see that on YouTube because that's gonna come out on YouTube. So that's why I'm all scruffy again, as you look and see. I'm all scruffy. But anyways. Yep. So that's exactly where he'll do that, and he'll say, "Oh, okay. So, where's God now, David? Since you're having a transfusion." Just joking. Anyways, where's God now, David? That you're hurting. Hey David, where's God now that you don't have a nice car? If that was such a powerful God, he would bless you with a nice car.
Yep.
Hey, he would take care of your back. Real quick, I gotta say something. There was a person in Walmart, real quick.
No, you're good.
Just listen to this.
No, you're fine.
Just listen to this. You talk about power of prayer.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Okay.
There was a guy in Walmart. There was a guy.
God showed up at Walmart to buy toilet paper and soap.
Okay. There's a guy at Walmart. All right. I think he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
He was in the back storage room and he had a heart attack. Okay. God bless him. And he fell and cracked his head open. Another customer came over to electronics area and says, "You had someone just die." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Yeah, someone just died." And I'm like, "Okay, who? Someone just cracked their head open. Why is Walmart, still open? Why are they still in business? Today, someone just died here." And I'm just like, wow. So then I found out that this guy had a heart attack. He cracked his head open in the back storage area, and a gentleman that I know by the name of Joe, he told me about this and said I was there when I saw it, and he says I went home and prayed, and this guy's a very biblical man, Christian now, and he said he prayed for 2 hours. I prayed for him once I heard that very fast, and he went into a coma. And he took him out in a stretcher, but he went into a coma. And he said within 3 days, they don't know if he's going to make it or not. Well, I finally got to talk to Joe, and Joe told me that he came out of a coma. And he said, Rod, prayers work. Prayers, I believe in prayer. I'm like, well, yeah, because look what God did to this gentleman. Took him out of a coma, and he's at home now, recuperating. So if you don't believe that prayers don't work, here's another story. David?
Yeah.
Here's another story of a guy that cracked his head open and had a heart attack and was in a coma. Are you kidding me? God is making miracles throughout this whole world for people that believe and that pray and that, have sovereignty in Him and believe that He's going to do things in people's lives. And look at this. This guy's out of a coma. Thank God. And he's home recuperating. I just had to share that. Prayer is amazing. Prayer, I prayed that my daughter would come to the Lord when she thought Jesus was an entity. Jesus was an entity. No, Cassidy, Jesus wasn't. I prayed that he would come to her life and make her believe in Him. And He did by bringing her fiancé, Gabe, into her life. And then she just got baptized. Are you kidding me? Prayer works. And I told this to the pastor of her church. So I just had to share that.
No, you're good.
He's looking up something.
Where's Corinthians?
But you guys, if you don't think prayer doesn't work, it does. So pray for one another, just like David and I pray for you guys when we come on, and and we say thank God that you're here with us and you're watching us, and we pray for you, and we pray for each and every one of you that you have comfort through Him in your life and through your job and through your finances, and we just thank you guys for watching
Corinthians?
us. Corinthians?
Where's that at?
Let me show you.
Can you please find it?
Yeah, Corinthians.
Okay, so while he's finding that for me, I'm going to...
There you go. Which Corinthians is it?
Verse 11.
Yeah, so we're on verse 13. There you go. Is that 11? No.
Corinthians
11 what?
2 Corinthians verse 11.
The whole 11? Did you see it?
Yeah, but this is it's Corinthians, 2 Corinthians verse 11.
Did you find it? Oh, we have time, by the way. You can't meet me.
Cool.
It's all good. We got time. This is going to be a long one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so here, let me bring up my Bible.
I actually want to find it on the...
I know. I'm just going to show you, though. Corinthians. Second Corinthians. Which one? 11?
Verse 11, yeah.
Hold on a second. I got an idea. Did you find it? Not yet?
No.
It's okay. No problem. Don't worry about it. I'll help you.
Actually...
Hold on a second. I have my Bible all the time right here on my thing. 11? 2 Corinthians 11?
Yeah.
Chapter what? Chapter 1?
I guess I wrote down 2 Corinthians verse 11.
But which one? See, there's a lot of them. Say if you go to Corinthians, say 2 Corinthians, say book, and then what? Chapter
11.
Chapter 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Book 1, right? Chapter 11.
What he says.
Right there. Anyways, I'm just telling you guys, tribulations are going to come in your life. Understand that, it's not easy to overcome anything in your life if you don't have God. That's just the truth. And a lot of tribulations came into my life, of course, in David's life.
Oh, this is the one I wanted.
And I believe.
Yeah,
I believe.
Thank you for always being patient and actually believing in what we're building, because like I told you before, a lot of people are just not, they didn't want anything to do with it. They don't see the bigger picture. I've always seen the bigger picture with things, and I've always seen that they didn't understand what I was building.
If I can incorporate my belief of having dreams in your life and having the best life you can, whatever age you are, I still believe in that. And here I'm going to be 57 in October.
How do I go back to the...
Go back.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Sorry.
It's all right, guys.
I just want to... can you find Romans for me?
You want to do Romans?
Yeah.
Romans. Let's find Romans.
So, basically, some of what I wanted to talk about is how does the devil entrap people by keeping people away from the truth?
There's Romans. What chapter?
10, and then verse 17.
Chapter 10, verse 17. It's right there. So then faith cometh by hearing? Is that the one?
No.
Hold on a second.
I have to get better at this.
It's all right.
Basically, in this, it says, no weapon against me shall prosper.
Oh, yeah.
And, having the armor of light, which is the word of God. Having God in your life, the devil is darkness. He's that dark place. And when light comes into a dark place, what happens? It's not dark anymore, is it?
It's not.
So
it's not dark at all.
The devil wants to separate you from God.
Exactly.
He wants to. And okay, let me give you an example of how the devil is a scheming snake of a whatever he is. Did you know that? Okay, so how did the devil take captive of Adam and Eve in the garden and make them sin? He lied to them. He said to Eve, Eve, eat this apple. Eat this apple.
And you'll be like God.
Yep. Eat this apple. I'm telling you, and the minute she did, she noticed that she was naked. She noticed, like, there were tons of things that happened, and the devil corrupted. Okay? Corrupted Eve, and then Adam also ate the apple, and they were meant to farm the earth. And so he got them. Hold on.
It's right there.
Okay, so
that's in Isaiah.
Okay, so in Isaiah, This is no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment.
So much for, there we go. Where's it at? They're right there.
Where's it?
No. That's 54. Hold on a second.
So
Keep going.
basically, the devil got Adam and Eve.
Right there. 17. Right there.
Okay, so no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
Mm-hmm.
This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. DMX, he's a great rapper. He has prayers on each of his albums. Okay,
Amazing.
he talked about faith, and so what I want you guys to realize is the devil, got them to break their belief system, Adam and Eve's belief system, and they should have had faith in the Garden of Eden and not
Satan.
have it. Yes.
But he told them a lie. You can be like, surely you can be
whispers,
like God.
He whispers.
Yeah. He does that in the back of your mind. He does it. He does know how to take control of your mind if you allow it. Listen to this.
If you allow it?
If you allow it. Now, remember I talk about mindset?
Yes.
Okay, now listen to this. Just listen. Rod, no one's going to listen to you about natural bodies to inspire. Why waste your time? You know, there's too many people out there that are looking to help people and trying to be healthy and fit, and they can't do it without getting protein drinks in them and creatine and pre-workout drinks. And you know what? And that's how it's got to be, Rod. It's, you know, people need to get that in their body. They can't just do it all naturally. They're not going to be able to do what you do. You think you're that great looking, or you think you have muscle and stuff like that?
And now I'll tell you what the devil says to me after you're done.
You know what? So what if you have a little bit of muscle and you have more energy and your testosterone level is like a 19 or 20-year-old? Who cares? You're going to die. Is God going to be there for you when you die? You know, so why would you even try to help anybody? They're going to die anyways, right? If it was such a great God, you would live forever, right? Why do you believe in something that's you're not going to live forever? There's no kingdom. There's no kingdom of heaven. You're not. You're. You know what? You're just. You just exist. That's all you were. You weren't special when you came out of your mom's womb. You're not special at all. No one's going to listen to you. I mean, look what happened to you. Look what happened. You got your butt kicked so many times by people, and you know what? You couldn't even fight. You didn't even know how to fight. You just cowered away like you do now. You know, you just cowered away. You know, look what happened to your daughter. Did you go take care of that person? Did you go put him in his grave? No, you cowered. You didn't do any of that. You didn't. You're nothing. You're just a bunch of bones and skin. There's no heart and soul in your body. There's no belief. What do you believe in? Yeah, that you're going to get up in the morning and have another terrible day? Look at you. You sell phones. Ha ha! You sell phones for a living. You're not even in Hollywood. You're not a movie actor. Oh, you're going to go play in a cowboy movie, right, for a film festival. Ha 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 ha! Who cares about that? You don't have $1 million home. You don't have, oh, you want a muscle car? Yeah, right. You're never going to get a muscle car. You're never going to have anything in life that's worth value. You think people love you? Oh, they just say that just to make you just get out of here, go away. Yeah, they love you. Sure they do. And no one's going to listen to you. Oh, you think the people are listening to in Natural Bodies to Inspire right now? You think they're going to get anywhere with that? Yeah, right. You're not even charging them $1,000 to listen to you. What? You're not worth $1,000 in Natural Bodies to Inspire? You're only worth $49.50 to help people? You think that's affordable? Look at the gas prices. Look what's going on in the world today. Yeah, you're nothing, Rod.
That's okay. So I'm going to tell you what he says to me.
I'm serious. You don't think I have to overcome that?
I'm going to tell you what he says to me. He says,
"Oh, you're ugly, by the way." That's what he says too. I forgot to tell you that. Go ahead.
He says, "You know, most people think you're retarded, right? You know that you're a loser, right? You know you're going to be nothing. You know all you're going to be is struggling for the rest of your life, you know? You know, David, I don't think your projects that you're doing with your video creations are going to go anywhere. Why don't you just stop? Because everybody thinks you're a loser. Why do you do this? Why? What's the purpose? You think people are actually going to view your content? You think people are actually going to give a shit? You think people care? They don't. You are a loser. You will be nothing. You will have nothing. You are a loser. Oh, look at the car you drive. Loser. Oh, you know those plans that you have, that you want, that you're doing in your life? Yeah, they're not going to work out. You know, all you're going to be is nothing. You know that, right? You know what people think of you, right? They think you're just a piece of shit. They think you're retarded. They think you're stupid. You will be nothing. You will have nothing. Why are you trying? Why are you doing this? All you're doing is making more pain in your life. Why? Why are you doing this? You should just give up. You should have gave up a long time ago. Why are you working out? You think that's helping? Really? You're not going to build any muscle. No. You're not going to look like anything. No. I'm going to be in your head for the rest of your life telling you that you're a piece of shit. You're nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Here's the thing, what I talked about foundation. Satan went and attacked the foundation of their faith by getting them to move away from God's word and God himself. Mm-hmm. Satan programmed Adam and Eve by whispering in their ear and getting them to believe something that God told them, don't take from the tree, because if you do, I will know. And he went through the Garden of Eden, and they were hiding from God.
Yeah, because they were naked.
Yep, they knew they were naked.
Yeah, but see, God knew they were doing it.
So that the whole thing about foundation and about God and about how I will tell people, I watch a lot of, and I'll send you the link. There's a really good church service that I view on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's Life Church. Okay. And I've been watching hours. I've seen about 25 hours worth of sermons.
Does he teach out of the Bible?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't teach off a laptop?
No.
I'm asking a question.
No.
Okay.
And so, and he makes it really relatable to the fact that, like, yeah, the devil is going to be in the back of your head, but you have to realize that God is the light. And if you seek God in your own way, and here's the other thing that drives me crazy, is I have my own way of connecting with God.
We all do.
I like the fact that now I can go on YouTube and watch these sermons. As I've watched 2 or 3 in a day, buddy. Yeah, that's like 3 hours of sermon, and I'm filling my heart and filling myself because that's the way I connect with God. And this irritates me when some people want to push an agenda of like, oh, you have to go to an actual location, or you have to do. I connect with God, and I've watched so many more sermons than I have ever in my life in the past, like, 2 years, and I continue to watch them, and I continue to gain knowledge and understanding of God's word. I connect with God in my own way. And I'm happy about that. And there's no judgment, because guess what? I have my own way. We all have our own way of connecting with him.
Amen.
And this is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. This is going to be a little series I got planned that we're going to be going over.
I like it.
And I'm going to make sure to find, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the verses in here. I'm going to put tabs on the pages so that I could be like, page 1, you need to get this one, and then page this one.
No,
so I really think in my heart that you're always going to have the devil in your ear.
Of course. But who are you going to listen to? See, now, here's the point. Remember I talk about God first?
Yes.
Family second?
Yes.
Country third?
Yes.
Your job?
Yes.
And then whatever else you do?
Yes.
What did I say first?
God. Oh.
No, wait.
Hold on real quick.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
There was a gentleman.
Yeah.
Came into Walmart. Desolate. Very upset about life. Very upset about not being able to see his kids. Needed a phone. Right?
Yeah.
There's another gentleman that came into Walmart. And the first gentleman's name is Gerald. The second gentleman is Mike. Mike is a very strong Christian. Talked to me. I said, hey, how you doing? We just talked for about a second. Gerald came up while we were talking and says, can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, I can. I said, Mike, I'll be talking to you later. We were just going to talk about church or whatever, right? And Gerald came up to me and says, I need a phone. I need a phone because it's first day of school. And my son needs to see me on the video, on the phone, so I can tell him to have a great day at school. Because my ex-wife took my son away, and now they're in California, and I can't talk to him because she won't let me talk to him. And if I can get the video on the phone, then I can say hi to my son. And he was in tears. And I thought to myself, I'm in Walmart, and I'm like, I need to do something. I need to do something.
Prayer.
And I started to pray for him.
Yep.
But wait.
Okay.
I said, hold on a second. Gerald, I'll be right back. Mike was on the other side. And I said, Mike, we need to pray for this guy right now. He goes, where? I'm like, over here. Follow me. And we prayed for him. And Mike prayed for him, and I prayed for him. And then Mike turned around and says,
Power
hey,
prayer.
Gerald,
Power prayer.
pray for us. Pray for me and Rod right now. He goes, I don't know what to say. He says, say with me from your heart, but pray for us. And it was like, I know God was there because if 2 or 3 are together, prayers will be answered. Yep. Okay? And I'm like, how incredible is this? You don't think you're worth anything, but you just had the power of prayer overcome somebody because you took the time to pray for somebody. Whether you believe in God or not, the power of prayer overcame this gentleman and took him to another world that he needed to be. Another, how do I say?
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, another peace. Not world, but peace. Another peace that he needed to be. And he found it through Christ. And me and Mike had him pray for us. And that was the most incredible thing, that someone that was desolate, crying, upset.
Yeah.
Everything was happening to him that's wrong.
Yeah.
And he says, thank you. Thank you so much for, no one's ever done that for me. And I've never prayed. And I'm like, I hope he follows God. I hope he follows God from this day forward. That was it. That was worth $1 million trillion. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about how much money I had or what Mike had. And Mike took out $20 and gave it to him. I didn't have it. He gave him $20 and says, here, you need to probably have gas in your car or you need to eat. And he did that. I want to do that, David. David, I want to do that.
You remember when I
want to be able to do that.
Well, remember when I took you to lunch?
Yeah.
After our hike, and you were just like, really? And I'm like, yeah.
I was blown away.
I'm like, yeah. It's just some burgers, dude.
Not the point. It's just that you took me out to lunch. You know what I'm saying?
It's because I care about you. It's because I care about you.
And you didn't have anything.
I know.
You know? And it's like he did it out of love because he cares about me.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted us to have In-N-Out burgers.
Yeah.
So that's
it's not that big of a deal, though.
It's like I give you $1 or I give you $1,000. It's the caring part, right? And Mike gave him $20. I think it was 20. I don't know, maybe it was more. But the point is that we got together with him, prayed for him, and he's doing great, supposedly. I talked to him every once in a while.
When I went to that concert, my buddy, one of my really good friends, was like, I know you're going to the concert. I know it's expensive. Here's $40. Like I was all telling him, I'm like, dude, I'm going to this concert. He's like, yeah, concert. I'm like, well, my buddy paid for me to go up to Tahoe to go see Dave Matthews Band. And he opens up his wallet and hands me $40. And he's like, hey, have a good time, buddy. Have a good time.
I want to do that. I'm going to do that. And I know you're going to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do that for people. I know we are. Because God is going to bless us so many hundred times over.
I do things out of the kindness of my heart.
Exactly.
And I finally realized at this point in my life where I used to kind of be like, hey, I don't know. Now I'm like, I actually do things without expecting anything.
We prayed for that guy. We didn't expect nothing out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Dude, finally, for the first time in my life.
It's amazing.
You know, and here's the thing is, the one thing I want to talk about right now is, you know what today is?
Is that what you wanted to talk about before I said about prayer? Okay, good.
Today is September 11th.
And guess what?
So we are going to have a couple moments of complete silence.
Sure.
For
yes.
For all the families that lost people in that attack. And so we're just gonna have a couple moments of just complete silence.
Sure. 911. Wow. I thought about that this morning, and I thought about the 4 planes, right? Wasn't there 4? 2 in the end of the buildings.
Yeah.
And then 1 in the Pentagon.
You know what's crazy is some people believe that, like, no planes hit the towers, and I'm like,
there we go.
Kind of gets into dangerous territory.
Okay.
But I want to say to you that, like, ever since we've been doing podcasts together, it gives me joy, and it gives me something to look forward to, because after coming home from my doctor appointments, after dealing with all my health issues that I have to deal with, it's nice that that I have somebody like you that cares so much and believes in me. And believes in what I'm doing in my life. And I really appreciate you so much. Before doing all the podcasts that we did, doing all that, I was putting out some creative stuff here and there, but this makes me feel like I'm building something. And
a legacy. We're building a legacy.
It makes me feel like when you feel like you have no hope.
Yeah, I get it.
There is hope still.
I get it, buddy. I love you.
I love you too, man.
I mean it. And it's just both ways, David. It's totally both ways. You know, who would have thought? You know, who would have thought? And I explain to the people now, when I talk to people, I talk about NBTI, but I talk about DPOAA and what we're doing. And they say, I want to watch the video. I want to subscribe. I want to watch the video. And I'm like, yeah, you need to.
We have over 400 videos on DPOAA. Over 400.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So thank you guys, whoever's subscribing to us. God bless you. But you know what? We're trying to bring out content to make you feel good about yourself, to believe in yourself, you know, to have God in your life, to just go out and to do these podcasts. Because look at the back, look what's behind us. You know, he's gonna put some awesome things up here, and I can't wait to see it.
Because I've taught myself how to do all these things.
He's taught himself how to do this, you guys.
I'm far from like an expert, but I'm continuing to learn and you know, and I'm continuing to learn and get better and everything, and it's just to me,
this is awesome.
To me, to have this creative outlet that
it's awesome,
you know, built. And so, for example, a video that I'm gonna create for the channel when I build my new computer, I'm actually gonna film me building it. I'm gonna film like close up, like parts where I zoom into the components and then like have the computer spin on like that thing when we use for the books.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna have it spinning, and plus my my new GoPro stabilizer works a lot better than the other one that I had. So and I sold that one, and I used that money to get a one that actually works better for around the same amount of money.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And I plan on getting shots where the actual GoPro stabilizer will track and follow that computer as it spins.
How
so
cool
the focus
will
be on the actual computer. And I can show the different components going in. I have this all planned out, and so,
amazing brain. You do, buddy. You have an amazing brain because, like I said, I don't know. I just
thank you.
Yeah, he's Superman. Works on his car, and he's Superman, guys. He's super. He can do anything. Okay, amazing man, amazing friend, amazing family
I should
friend.
Hold on, I need to go get something.
And you know what? It's so cool to have his abilities to be able to share with you on the podcast, right? And to talk about everything that he can do, even with all his underlying conditions. That's amazing. There's not a lot of people that can do that. I don't know. Maybe you can or can't, but just for David to be able to do all this is just the coolest thing ever. Because, like I said, I just sit down here and just start talking, flex my muscles. That's about it. But, but anyways, like I said, we got so many things that are coming up that are so exciting. People that we're doing with podcast, and you're not going to want to miss these podcasts because it'll probably change your life. Just seeing the podcast we're going to be doing with these people. And I got to tell you that I'm excited that we are able to be with you guys today and to share with everything that we've been able to share with you. And you guys mean the world to us because you're wherever you're at. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we just thank you guys for being here with us. But we got more podcasts that we're going to be doing, and we're excited to share with you all these things that are coming up.
So I want to let people know, like, if you want something in life, say you want nicer clothes, right? I go to the thrift store and I get name brands like Guess, Calvin Klein, I get all those kind of brands, right? So recently, because I like Coach, and I like, some of these. See that bag right there?
Yeah.
That's a Coach bag, a real Coach bag I'm giving to my sister.
That's awesome. Good for you. You know who collects Coaches and bags like that?
Who?
Blondie.
That's awesome.
She collects those too.
No, that's a real purse right there.
That's awesome.
And so what I did was on this
look at that.
I took a Coach
innovative. That's innovative.
A Coach little clutch bag, and that was tore up. The thing was tore up, but there were certain parts that weren't.
Right. So
what I did was, since I wanted it, I took it and adhesived the back and put it all on here like that, and then I took a strip right here of like black leather right in the middle, and then I took little, because you can see how that has that little thing like that. That's so awesome. This is like that, and then I'm going to have it all throughout here. So all this is going to be all covered with this black leather. And I took this black leather jacket that I bought from a thrift store.
Nice. That
was really that soft, and it said it was real leather.
Yeah.
I chopped that thing up, and in my closet I have a box full of leather. Different kinds of leather, suede, different things. I have a sewing kit. I know how to sew. I know how to sew.
You can make me a leather tank top.
Leatherman. And so that, like, awesome. And then I'm gonna have a little 2 buttons right here to close it, and that's gonna be my custom made Coach wallet.
The ingenuity
Since
of you designing that. Come on.
I really want it. So
that's
because
so cool.
Because I like certain things in life, and
why not?
I don't know. I just that's me, buddy.
I believe it.
That's me.
I believe it.
So to end this podcast,
wow.
We'll I want you to do a prayer, and I want you to channel the energy and like put your hand right here and like channel and like ask God to just help me with my pain that I'm dealing with.
Of course I will. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, everyone out there that would like to be in prayer with us, bow your head. And God, thank you so much for allowing me to be here with David and all those that are watching. I just ask you to comfort my brother David in all of his pain that he is going through. All of the doubts, take away all the doubts and his fear in your name. And I just pray each and every day that David can wake up to a brand new day and believe in himself that you are there with him in every step of his life, of his thoughts, of everything that he does, and give you the glory. And I just ask you to take away all this pain that has overcome David in the past few months. And I just pray for the surgery to go well and for you to guide the surgeons for his back, that you may help him to heal anything that is wrong with him in his back and his body. And I ask you just in your blessings come upon David each and every day. And I just pray that the surgery will just be fulfilled with your love for David, and that it'll go well. And that that you will heal everything that hurts on David. In Jesus' name, I just pray that you just comfort him each and every day that he goes through this pain. Just help him to heal, Jesus. Please just help him to heal each and every problem that is going on in his body. And I know you do this, and I know that you will do this, because God, you are great. You are almighty. You are the most wonderful person in this world that'll help others, that'll overcome any pain like David has. And I pray for each and every one of the people out there that are going through pain and doubt and fear, that you would just comfort them and have them overcome each and everything in their life. And I pray this in Jesus' name. And I just thank you, God, for allowing us to get together today and to share with each and every one of the people out there that are watching us all the things that we talked about. And I pray that you just come into their life, God, and help them to overcome anything in their lives. In Jesus' name I pray. And I just thank you for everything you give to me and my family. And I pray for all of my family. And I pray for David's family. Comfort them, bless each and every one of the people out there. In Jesus' name I pray. And I thank you, God, for everything you do for us and each and every time that we come here and we are allowed to talk to people out there. And I just pray for those people that watch us, that they are overwhelmed with you, Jesus, and they just have you in their lives. And I pray that you keep letting David get to know you better each and every day, and comfort him with everything that goes on in his life. And I just thank you, God, for everything. And we give you the glory for everything that you do in our lives and what you're doing for us right now with this podcast. I pray for DPOAA and I pray for NBTI. I pray that you just bring people to us, that we can help them to have a better life, a better health, and have the body that they always wanted, and have the mindset that they so need. Of course, the mind like Christ. Thank you, Jesus. I pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Love you, buddy.
I love you too.
That's it. When we pray like that, it's done. We don't worry about anything else. We go on with our lives. We keep them first and foremost, and we move on. And we know that he is going to work in our lives each and every day because we believe in him. And that's what we have to do. We have to believe in him each and every day when you wake up. And, gosh, I think this was a great podcast. I always say that about all the podcasts. I hope everyone liked this one.
This one, I really...
I think it was special.
I think it was special, and I think that each and every podcast that we do, we get better.
Yeah, I think so too.
We get better and better and better.
Yep.
It's just about getting out there, putting out that content. And I really want to express like my gratitude for everybody, and thank you again for you. If it wasn't for you, I don't really think I would have even started a podcast because we work so well together.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And
it's amazing. I can't explain it. It's God. That's all I'm going to say. It's God. You know, and to give people hope that they can do this, I want to go out and talk about this. I want to be on a stage, like I said before.
We're going to.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome.
You and I, dude.
This is gonna be awesome.
Hey, you and I.
I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is crazy. It's gonna happen. You know, and people are
having faith.
Yeah, of course, we have faith every day. And, you know, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Have a great week.
Oh, yeah.
And a great month and a great year. But we'll see you guys soon. God bless you. God bless America. And thank you for all those that sacrificed their lives for 911. We pray for each and every one of those families.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Now we're done.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Thanks for praying for me.
Of course.